Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Food and Laughter. I'm your host, Terrence Galwith, and with me, as always, my other members of the Three Comic Mafia, my guy Lavetti Vegas right here, and my boy George Zilla Brookings over here. We got our special food tonight from Kathmandu Momo Station, man. They hooked us up with some wings that they do, some fries that they got going on. They also got a lot of dumplings and everything. I know about the place because they're at Interrail, where I do one of the little music bingo spots. You should definitely check it out. That said, man, we have a very special guest, a good friend of mine. Met him early in the Omaha scene. Noe Ramirez, man. Welcome. Yeah. So first off, we always extend the food to the guest, man. Let them go first. So, Noe, go ahead. Feel free to dig in. Don't be shy about it.
All right.
Get whatever you need. Okay.
All right, man.
I was going to say, it tells a lot about a man what type of wing he goes. So he's obviously not
I'm a flats man.
Yep, me too. I'm a flats guy myself.
Put a little
It's
sauce
easier.
on the plate.
Yeah, I'm excited about that sauce. I'm excited to try this stuff.
I like them both, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter as long as it's done.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I will say, I do think the ease of flats and how they eat is appealing to me, because all you do is do the quick snap of that bone and then just
slide that bone
quick,
up out of
easy,
there,
quick and easy, man.
Also, they're getting you on the weight, like
dude.
You get more meat on the flat. Yeah. You got a pound of a flat and a pound of a wing. You're getting more meat on the flat.
Look at Noe and did his homework.
Man, look at it. Like you can see the bone right there in the flats, dude. So no way, we ain't bring you here just to talk about food, man. We wanted to talk about comedy, man. So let's get into that. Like before you take your first bite, I know. Right. But let's get into that, man. Talk to us about your comedy journey. How long you been doing it?
I'm going on 3 years. I'm like 2.5, I think, is where I'm at right now. It's been cool, man. I'm learning a lot. A lot of mistakes. I don't know. It's been cool. I've been learning from not only, I don't know. I feel like we have a little bit of advantage. There's a lot of people around Omaha that do stand up and that are good at it, I think. So having those people around and being able to kind of watch them and whatnot, and also kind of like pick their brain. That's kind of a cool thing. And then recently I've started doing like a couple more festivals, not a lot, but just here and there comedy festivals, and like getting able to connect and talk to other comedians has been super cool.
Let me ask you a question, man. What inspired you to do comedy? Because everybody got a story on how they got started, So what motivated you or inspired you to be a comedian?
I guess I'm not sure if I had like one specific thing. I know that I've always, a thing that has always been a common thing in my life is that every report card I've ever gotten says that I talk too much, that I won't be quiet, and that the whole time I'm talking. So I've always liked that. And I used to have a different way of expressing it, like, through like church and stuff like that. Right. But now doing it in a form that is more true to me, and I don't know, it's appealing overall.
It is very appealing. Man.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time.
It's fun, yeah, man. It is, man.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know. It's one of the only things that, like, when you're making the room laugh, I guess it's cool. It's a good feeling to know that you did that. But you're also having a good time. Like it's
orgasmic, man.
Yeah,
it is.
What's up, man? You just recently won the Clash, man.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that, man?
At the Funny Bone, yep.
And what do you think it'll do for your career?
I felt very happy about that. I've done like 4 of them now, so it just felt good to finally get one under my belt. As far as and I'm super, I'm also just thankful for the opportunity too, and yeah, I'm excited about it. I think once you win one, they give you a chance at a guest spot at the Funny Bone, and then after that, if that goes good, there's other opportunities available. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I think that I've had the opportunity to talk to and meet all the people at the Funny Bone, Colleen and Daisy and the rest of the staff, and they're all great. So any opportunity to get to work with them some more would be great. And it's just I'm trying not it's one of those things where you enjoy it, but it's also kind of like just what's next type of thing. Like try to
level up.
Yeah, just try to keep going. Yeah.
Were you influenced by any comics or anybody like famous comics that influenced you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think there's always like that level of anything you're listening to is gonna that's what kind of, if you can call it an art, that's what art is. It's all kind of influenced by itself, by other things. So for sure, I
have a name.
I mean, yeah, I love Chappelle. Chappelle's like one of my favorite comics. Working today, like Tom Segura is another guy that I look up to a lot. And I like to, I don't know, just watching different people because I feel like, depending on what type of stand-up you do, you probably identify with certain people or you think you kind of in the same vein.
Right.
And listening to people that are completely out of what you normally do has been,
Right.
I don't know, at least for me, it's been something that I enjoy.
I'm reincarnated from Dolomite, so yeah.
Right. No, so how, like we talked about it before. If people don't know, you used to be a mechanic, man. Is that something that pushed you into comedy? Because like, it's one of those things where it's a dude spot. So there's like, that stereotype of shop talk, whatever. Is that something that kind of pushed you into it?
Those are the places where I felt least funny.
Ooh,
like I would try, I would try to crack jokes, but that's one of the places I remember even to this day. Like some of my buddies that I would hang out with, I'm like, I was never the funniest. Like I was funny here and there, but these guys that I would hang out with were hilarious, and they were those type of guys. They're always, giving you crap. They're always.
I'm happy to look at my car after you done since you're a mechanic.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's just something for sure. It's like that. I guess like. Being in that area around those type of people, it's for sure a good time.
Yeah, so you kind of in that same vein where you have a group, right? Like something that we've talked about before. We brought in a recent podcast we were on, called On the Mic podcast, that he was talking about strength in numbers. So you're part of Just Relax Comedy, kind of that strength in numbers, right? You got a bit of a team that goes with you. Talk to us about Just Relax, man.
Just Relax it's kind of complicated, I think, because it's like it's not complicated. That's not true, but it's just like it's a group of friends. It's all it is. Like we got together really early, right when I started, so it was just a bunch of friends that we all liked each other's stand up, and we were all wanting to get on the road. And I mean, nobody's booking you, so you got to do it yourself. So we all kind of got together with what we knew, our experience, kind of put that together, and started booking a few gigs. And now we just have a couple places now that want us back, and we keep kind of doing the same thing as we've all kept going in stand up and kind of progressing. Those bookings have kind of gone down because everybody's kind of got their own thing going on, and that was kind of the point of doing that, of like let's just help each other out, and when the time comes, everybody takes what they can. Rachel, as has been crushing. Like she's at the Funny Bone regularly. She's featuring. She's on the road all the time.
Todd and Tyler, Radio Empire, relatively regularly.
Yeah, and she's one of the people that.
I mean, who's all in your group?
So it's originally it was me, Brent Bradley, Rachel Ware, Tyrell Frazier, John Snyder. John Snyder moved to New York. He's crushing out there doing his thing, and now it's just the rest of us, right? So. And then we do as many shows as we can together. We do still try to do that because it's a blast. We love hanging out, but it's also fun to. It's good that experience has also helped us all individually kind of better each other and do that kind of thing.
Right.
What's up? You think as a minority it's harder to get on shows?
In general, I don't think so. Not around here, at least. I mean, I think it's. In my experience, I guess I can only speak to my experience, but I got booked pretty quickly, and that could be. I like to think because I'm funny, but it could be for a number of reasons, and I think that I think it's whatever, man. I think the whole booking people like that. Some people make it a point to book a person of color, or make it a point to book a woman. Yeah. It's like, well, good. I mean, then that means more people are doing stand up. I mean, I think all that matters is if the show is funny and the people are funny, then who cares? Just book whoever you want to book and put on a good show. That's the most important thing. That's because I think some people do, they like to do their shows and they have a goal that when that just becomes the only goal or anything other than having a good show becomes the goal, then that doesn't happen. You don't have a good show and it looks like it went good maybe, but like the people that went there walk away with an experience that maybe that's not what you were hoping for.
Yeah. I do got to ask one more question, though. How I feel to be the last one to win the clash out your whole group, though. Man. How that feel, man?
Yeah, everybody.
Like, finally, man, I'm about to tell y'all, hey, man, I finally won. Like, But everybody won, and he was like, "Damn, man, when is it my time?"
Exactly.
You know
I was
what
the last one to win, and it took me the most tries. So,
Did
so
y'all get Letterman jackets? I saw a comment about maybe getting Letterman jackets with the dates y'all what? You
No,
sure?
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but
take
4
those.
tries ain't bad, man. You said it was your fourth try, right?
Yeah.
That's
No, that
not
ain't
bad,
That ain't
man.
bad,
like
man.
that's
That's definitely.
there's
I'll take it.
I think I'm almost
No,
at
I
double
was gonna
digits,
say,
man.
man.
Honestly. Well, actually, no. I want
never
to.
even did the class, so I'm the only one sitting here ain't never even been in one.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's
It is
a
fun.
good opportunity. I
a
think
great opportunity.
the way that I always thought about it and what helped me the most, because it does kind of, especially the first couple ones, like got in my head a little bit.
Mhm.
Like what I try to think is just like it's just another spot you're gonna do. You're gonna do 5 minutes. It's another 5 minutes. And you've already done that a bunch of times. Like if you're out here grinding and you're doing the work and you're being a comedian,
Absolutely.
then you've already done the part of being a comedian. So all you got to do is go do the 5 minutes you always do.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, like you're gonna like because I stress out about stuff a lot, like I overthink it.
Yeah.
And a thing that my wife told me was like she always reminds herself like tonight I'm gonna sleep in my bed, don't worry about it, it's gonna be fine. And really just not caring, like taking that attitude,
Right.
not putting so much into it, and just also record it. Get a video. So if nothing
Absolutely.
else, you got a really good video at the funny bone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, like Daisy and Colleen are really cool about that they let you do that. Like you can bring in your devices and they don't charge you for it. They don't charge you for the club tape or none of that stuff. So
that's one of the clubs that I've heard of that is like super comic friendly.
Yes.
Not every club does that. Not even every club in every state has a clash. It's a cool thing that they do here because they care about the local comedians.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's not a huge scene, so then for them to be able to
Right.
put it on, To kind of piggyback off of his question earlier that he asked, do you identify as a minority?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
What are you?
I don't think I have a choice. You know what I mean? I don't think it matters what I identify. I will be identified.
I'm just,
I'm gonna ask this because I'm controversial as hell, and everybody know this. So, what do you think about this Omaha comedy scene? Period.
The comedy scene, like in Omaha.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's very supportive. I've been a part of it for like almost 3 years, and everybody's been nothing but helpful to me. You're gonna have people in every place, and this is another thing that I took away from doing these comedy festivals and talking to all these different comedians is you have the same people in every place. It's just different
that's what I
names.
always say.
So you got whoever's
Every
around
time.
and whoever's doing whatever they're doing for good or bad. If you got a
Every
person
time.
starting beef or you got a person just doing drama, whatever it is, there's somebody doing that in every comedy scene.
Yeah.
And those people are going to be identified by everyone when you meet them. So like, as annoying as it may be to have to deal with certain people sometimes, if that's where you're at, then let's put your focus maybe more on the craft and what you got going on.
That's why I lock mine up.
Well, a lot of people don't realize, man, like you hit the nail on the head. Nobody's booking you, so you got to do it yourself. That means we are out here working to do that. We're out there putting in the legwork to not only get funnier, but to get to these bar shows and pitch these sorts of shows.
Right.
So with that, and you mentioned it earlier with Just Relax kind of making things easier, do you feel like that's kind of propelled you a little bit to then maybe set the next goal? And what would that goal be?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely happy with where I am and where I'm going, I guess. And personally, I think right now I want to try to take advantage of this opportunity that I might have at the Funny Bone, and try to make the most of that and, focus on that for now. I just got back from that festival in Dunlap, Iowa. Yep. That was pretty fun, and try to just do more stuff. The winter time is coming right now. So it's like the best time to do comedy in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So just try to stay busy and just get up as much as possible, I mean, that's really the current goal. I don't have anything specific. I'm starting a podcast. That's the thing I'm doing. Like I'm saying it just so that it's on tape now. You know what I mean? So now
I can't back out now. Yeah, you have to do it.
But
I like that.
Yeah. No, me and my wife are doing a podcast together.
Oh, slick.
Yeah, so that'd be cool.
Y'all already got the subject and everything down.
Yeah, the name is it's called Married for Now.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Man.
I started laughing, man.
No, I mean, yeah,
it's real though. I mean,
it's very real.
Just taking it honest,
right?
Like,
I feel
it's all nice to be like, I'm gonna love you forever, and then 10 years in.
Well, that can still be true. You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, we ain't gotta be married for me to love you. You know what I mean?
That too.
No, but yeah, it's just a play on words. But we're trying to, do something together. She's to me one of the funniest people I know.
Oh,
And, like,
that's what's up,
and
man.
I been encouraging her to do stand up, but like if this is a form that we can also do something together, I think it'd be cool.
That's cool,
That's
man.
what's up, man.
It is, man.
How'd you so how many festivals you did? Was that your first festival or you did a festival before that?
Technically, it's my first one out of town. Really, I did the Omaha Festival last year, and then I did it this year. So technically, the third festival is this one, but it's my first one outside of Omaha.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say you got connections there, and like, how was it different? Like doing that festival to the Omaha Festival. Was it anything different? Was it same vibes?
They were different for sure. I mean, this one was in Dunlap, Iowa, so it's like a small town. The whole vibe, like, I mean, we were staying in like a little Airbnb type thing. Like, it was cool. And there was but the one common thing that I did notice between both festivals was the amount of talented people that are out there and that are doing stand up. Like, it's intimidating, but it's also like, motivating. Like, you're also in the mix, and if you're trying your best, you're in there. And just to see that I don't know. Sometimes I remember when I first started doing stand up here for the first time ever, I figured there wouldn't be any funny people here. Like, I was like, it's Omaha. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be that, but everybody that I saw was pretty good. And then same thing with these festivals. I'm like going and seeing these people from different places. I met this guy from a couple of dudes from Atlanta that were hilarious, dudes from New York, LA, and everyone. And they're like also, in that vein of like pretty young, like pretty new, like 3 years to 5 years maybe. And they're crushing, they're getting after it. So I think, I don't know, it kind of reinforces my thought of like, maybe it's doable. There's people doing it. There's no reason you can't do it.
Yeah. So you talked about how basically, I literally just lost my train of thought. Like an idiot.
It's all good.
Perfect. I'm gonna take a bite.
I was gonna take that bite. I don't know how I just did that. I heard something in my ear messed me up a little bit. But oh yeah, the wings are good. That sauce is pretty fire too, man. Like, it's not like crazy spicy, but I really liked it. But sorry, yeah, I got my train of thought back. So you talking about how you thought it was Omaha, and like there ain't no funny people. It was. I kind of mentioned this the other day on Facebook. Like I felt like moving from DC, I was nervous that it was going to be like a comedy demotion, because I'd kind of dabbled in a couple other scenes, but I wasn't really heavy in it like I was in DC. And so coming out here, I was like, man, this is me going 4 rungs down the ladder. This is not going to be deal. And then I see other people doing. You're right. It was like, man, there's actually some really funny people here. So with that, I usually ask people who you got beef with. I'm going to flip it today. Who's your favorite comic in the scene right now?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Great question.
I'll answer both. All right.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
No,
Get these hands verbally.
I don't know. There's a ton of comics locally that I think are very funny.
Agreed.
A lot of up and coming, like around my class, the people that I came up with that I can think of, comes off the top of my head is Brianna Calhoun, somebody that I've done a bunch of shows with and like watched her get super funny, and she was funny from the beginning, and
she's
also Zach Peterson, dude that I look up to a ton as being like he's a comedian, that's how he
makes his living.
So like him doing it and being from here and active, still being here and doing it, and touring and doing the whole thing, it's cool. And then obviously Rachel's very funny. I could name all of my friends, like I don't want to do that, but yeah, there's a ton of very funny people on here. Yeah. I don't think I have beef with anybody. I think people, I don't know, maybe somebody got beef with me. You know what I mean?
But we'll find out, man. If you got beef with Noe, make sure you comment. You go to his page, tag his mom, something like that.
Yeah, do something like that.
His brain bar too, 'cause I want to know.
She don't read English, bro.
Oh man,
she can speak it okay, but she don't read it at all.
That's where I excel. I can do it better in typing, anyways.
Damn it!
Like, no, it's broken. It's broken. It's all Spanglish stuff, man. So with Just Relax and everything, we kind of talked about like ours being sort of like a Wu-Tang level thing. So it sounds like kind of that's your sort of thing. Like as a group, that's what starts it. It's the grassroots effort to get everybody kind of out there, but then you take your own legs. Is there a show that Noe is going to start putting on in Omaha? Is there a show that Noe is going to book and do regularly at Glenwood or something like that?
Right. I would love to. I mean, yeah, I think that's a thing that I need to get on top of. That's like a good goal. Because I have a current spot. I do a open mic every Tuesday at Emmett's Tavern in downtown.
Yep.
And it's a great spot. I love doing it there. And we've done a couple shows there too. They were called Hard Times at Emmett's.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to keep doing those. I think we're gonna try to shoot it for a couple more dates, but you know, until we get something locked down for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to find another spot to do a show at and get something. That's kind of another thing that I think it's kind of like what on that same vein of effort of like you got to produce your own thing too, because it's also a good thing if you're a comedian and like you're in a small town and you're not getting up a ton. Produce your own show, you get stage time, but also when people come through, like it's kind of like collateral, you know. It's not expected, but you can be like, hey, if you I'll put you on the show, and then next time you're in that town, maybe they do the same for you. You know, and it's definitely something I want to try to get a hold of more, but I don't have anything in writing yet. So,
is there any comics here in Omaha that you are waiting to work with?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that I haven't worked with, but yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would like to work with specifically. Yeah, man, I want to work with as many people as possible. I just. It's like that thing. It's I don't have anything. I'm not booking anything. So like when I'm not booking, it's like when I'm gonna be on whoever show books me.
That's also the important part of like not beefing with people, right? Because I'm the same way.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not beefing with people, at least that I know of. So it's one of those things where like I'm like, no, I want to keep that so that way you can kind of bounce around. And then
it also doesn't do it doesn't help. Like even if you have beef with somebody and you decide to go off in whatever form, in person or even especially on social media, which is common, right? Like if you decide to do that, even if you're right, even if you are absolutely right, you're participating in this problem, and people are going to see that, identify it as a problem, identify your name, and now you're off of a show that you don't even know exists.
Right.
You've lost that opportunity because you decided that you wanted this moment of it's going to feel good to text this to someone, or you know what I mean, or whatever it is, over thinking about how it's going to affect you in the long run.
Yeah, George is a little hot-headed. If you hadn't heard before, it happens. We all have our vices.
Lately, though,
More.
No, as opposed to years ago, I've waited.
Lavetti's like, not in my inbox, bro. Like me and you.
That's still
like, I see you at the.
But it's been good like creative riffs. That's really what it's been.
Like
a little bit.
One thing I'll say about Levetti, this brother, man, he keeps me grounded, man. Sometimes you need that. Terrence, diplomatic, man, you know what I'm saying?
He's our businessman. He's our business leader.
He says some slick stuff, and I'm like, damn.
He's the muscle and the salesman. He's the
we we're the Avengers. I'll be the Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it.
Well, I can't
be a Steve.
You're the soldier, man.
I think
and Iron Man is the brain. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
He's got the
and
business.
I'm just brute anger, bro.
Yeah. So with that, man, like, do you guys find like you guys have roles and like Just Relax? Is it like you're the creative one, so you're pitching the content or something like, and Brent's out there, saying, hey, this is how we can punch this part up. Do you guys kind of have that rhythm, or is it just kind of?
I think it's not so much of our own role, but it's more of just experience. Like some of us haven't done things. Like I haven't ever tried to book a place, but Tyrell, who used to be, he used to be in a band that was successful here in Omaha. So like he's got a bunch of connections. So, kind of all trying to figure out where we fit in. But yeah, everybody, puts equal effort. We have a show that we do quarterly at the back line too. So we all try to, make sure everybody's pulling their own weight. It's not like we're, building a house or something. Like we're booking a comedy show. So you can't overcomplicate it either.
Yeah.
But it's good that y'all got that good connection, man.
Yeah.
It's important, man, as a group. You working together, man, that hey, you have some kind of common bond, so y'all can make it all work.
Yeah. Well, we're all friends. I think that's what helps. Like, Just Relax started as just the group of people, but now it's like it includes Brent's wife and it includes my wife. You know what I mean? And like we all do stuff. That's been the other cool part about it, I guess, is having them as friends, because like now I get to. My wife has always been super supportive about stand-up and even like doesn't always she won't always come to every show, but she comes to a bunch of them and having something that she has a friend now too, and people, and over time it's been like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people that she's had that experience with, so like just hanging around comedians.
Well, it's a unique life. Like it's I mean, I kind of say it because I was in the military. It's kind of like military. Like you only get it if you're in it. You know what I mean? And like that support system is huge, especially when it comes to like Brent just having a baby. You know, you guys being married and still being gone on the road. Like it takes a toll if you don't have somebody there that can understand that.
Yeah,
That's a
cool.
beautiful thing.
And like it's like the cool thing too about it being everyone being understanding is that we book shows with other comedians too. So like maybe we have a Just Relax show. 2 of the people can't make it, but we just feel,
Right.
So it's cool working with everybody and getting that, being able to just, be friendly, work with everybody, and try to, make it as many friendships and connections as you can.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So now we've kind of reached that point where, as if we weren't letting you shine enough, because this is all about you, Noe.
Yeah.
We want you to really shine, and we want you to tell everybody all about your socials, where they can find you, whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff, and tell us what you got coming up, man.
OnlyFans, whatever you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I need to get that going. No.
Nobody's gonna get those feet pics going.
Like,
In
yeah,
shoes.
You don't
In
want
shoes.
those though. You don't want
But yeah, man, tell the people what you got going on. Man.
That ponytail.
Yeah. You can find me at Noe Ramirez Comedy on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is Pico the Gallo. I don't do a ton of TikToks. I need to get on that
It
as
happens,
well.
yeah.
But I'm working on some sketches. We got a couple ideas that I'm actually recording one after this. So, we got a couple. Keep an eye out. I'll be posted on like my Instagram and my Facebook
Pico
and
the
whatnot.
Gallo.
Pico the guy.
Yeah, perfect. Well, man, we can't thank you enough, Noe, for coming on.
Thanks
We
for having me,
appreciate
guys.
it. Absolutely.
It's been fun. Thank
Hope
so
you
much.
enjoyed the wings
I had-
from Kathmandu,
Yeah.
Momo Station.
I think I did too.
Enjoy more in the fries because we got caught up in the conversation.
That's good, though. That's
Lavetti,
good.
George, as always, I'm Terrence Galwith. This was another episode of Food and Laughter. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.